Hello, hello, my friends. How are you? I am super pumped. Today is Monday. Today is the first day of the 14 days bootcamp. 14 days bootcamp where you're going to learn how to turn your passion into a profitable business. So if you're here with me, if you're here with me live, let me know that you are here. Let's get this party started. If you can hear me, let me know. If you can see me, let me know. Let's make sure that everything works properly because we are about to get started in a couple of seconds, not even minutes, seconds. Heck yes. So let's make sure everything is working. Let's make sure that you can see me, you can hear me, that you are ready for this bootcamp. Let me know if you're ready. Are you super excited? I see Lisan is here. I see Magali is here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am super pumped to be here to be sharing my knowledge with you during this 14 days that we will be working together. Bon dia, Magali. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am super pumped. Heck yes. Let me know if you can hear me, see me. And right now, I am also going to put my slides because if you know Stephen, when I present, I always bring the slides. Okay, so we're bringing the slides. Let me make sure that I can put this on camera so you can see it. Make sure you head to stephendecubo.com/workbook1. And this is where you're going to download your workbook so that you can also follow the 14 days bootcamp. All right. So welcome, my friend. Today, the first #1 training. I see you, Leonie. Hi from Orlando. Cookie, I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for being here. If you're here with me live, let me know where you are tuning in from. If you're watching the replay, also please let me know, comment replay in the comment box and let me know that you are here because we are about to get started. All right. So the first training, which is today, is about the #1 thing most entrepreneurs are missing online. So I want to make sure that I give you all the information you need so that you can also build your brand online. You can start your own business. This is for you if you have a business idea or if you have already a business that you have started, but you have no idea how to promote it online. You have no idea how to position yourself as the authority in your industry. That is exactly what you're going to learn today. However, not today, the complete 14 days. But here's the thing. During this masterclass, during this boot camp, what you are going to do is you're going to take action. And the action is going to happen in your workbook. So what I want you to do right now in this moment, is you don't have to print it, but I do want you to download it. I want you to go to stephendecubo.com/workbook1. stephendecubo.com/workbook1. And this is where you're going to receive your first workbook. Every single training has its own workbook. So you're going to get workbook, you're going to get homework, you're going to get challenges. I'm going to hold you accountable. The reality is that by the end of this workshop, by the end of this bootcamp, by the end of all of these trainings, you are going to walk away knowing exactly how to show up on social media with a strategy so that you can convert your passion into a profitable business. So stephendecubo.com/workbook #1. Let me know if you have your workbook. For the people that are live with me right now, say, heck yes, I'm ready, Stephen, to get started with this bootcamp. Just let me know if you could have downloaded your workbook. Let me know that right now so that we can continue and we can start with the bootcamp. All right. I see more people tuning in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm super excited. And the best thing about this bootcamp is that I'm the only one who's going to be on camera. So if today is not your best hair day, if today is not your let me put myself on camera day in front of 600 people, no problemo. I am the only one who's going to be on camera. I see heck yes from Rosalba, from Leonie, got it. Deandra also has her workbook. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Heck yes. Let's get this party started. It is a Monday. I am super pumped. It is 8-8 today. 8th of August. I love it. Angel numbers. That is why we started today. But okay, good. I see most people have their workbook. Okay, let's get this party started. Let's get this party started. I want to make sure that I respect your time. I'm going to take between 45 to 1 hour of training. And then afterwards, we're going to do live Q&A session. Come up with your questions, use the workbook, add your notes. This is for you. I want you to take this training like, I know this is for free, but I want you to pretend like you have spent thousands of thousands Aruban florins, euros, dollars, whatever your currency, you have spent money for this training, and I want you to put that energy into it. What can I get out of this training by the end of these 14 days together? All I'm asking you for is that for the next 14 days, if you can show up with the energy that I am open for learning, I am open for new strategies, I am open to whatever is to come my way today and during these next 14 days, I am going to show up for it. So who has that energy? And let's keep that energy. Because the reality is that let me put it this way. The most important thing in your business that is going to dictate your success is your energy. Where are you coming from? Where are you operating? Where is your thought? How are you showing up in your business dictates the result that you get in your business. I think it was 2 days ago or 3 days ago, I posted something on my Facebook page and on my Instagram, which is stop treating your business like a hobby. If you want to quit your 9-to-5 job, if you want to experience true time and financial freedom in your life, if you want to travel the world, if you want to make a difference in this world, I want you to stop treating your business like a hobby. This is not a hobby. This is your business. And how you see business determines what is possible for you. So if you're looking at your business like a hobby, don't complain when you are getting the hobby results. Okay. Steven is starting like with a bang on a Monday. Heck yes. And during this boot camp, I'm going to show you how to show up in your business like the business owner, like the CEO. And I've worked with so many clients, and some of them have told me, even Steven, I cannot even call myself a CEO. It's not a part of my identity. And that is exactly what we're going to work on during these 14 days together. All right. I see more people joining live. Welcome, welcome. Make sure you have your workbook, stevendecuba.com/workbook number 1. So let's get started with this party. I want to start with an introduction for the people that have no idea who I am. Let's start here and then we build from there. My name is Steven de Cuba, and as always, no, I am not from Cuba. I was born in Aruba. I was raised in Aruba, and 6 years ago, I've made the decision to leave my island, my small, tiny, beautiful island of Aruba, and I traveled to the Netherlands to get my business degree. I already got my business degree, and what I have noticed is that I can build my dream business, not because I'm smart, not because I have a business degree, not because I come from Aruba, not because I live in the Netherlands, not because I am in Europe, not because I'm a photographer, but because I believed it. I believe that this is possible for me. I believe that I have a message that I get to share. And who gave me that permission? No one. No one gave me the permission to show up on social media, host boot camps, host masterclasses, talk about my photography business, talk about social media marketing strategy, talk about personal branding. No one gave me that permission. I gave myself the permission. So today I call myself a photographer, a business strategist. I have a podcast, the Steven de Cuba's podcast. You can find it everywhere. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Steven de Cuba Podcast. But I'm also the founder of the Instagram Academy and the Intentional Personal Branding Program. The Instagram Academy is the step-by-step process on building your brand on Instagram so that you can reach more people, attract more leads, and convert more sales. And the intentional personal branding program is the next step. The intentional personal branding is looking at a bird's eye view of what you can do on social media, not only on social media, in the online world, in the online space, how you can show up and also get the result that you want. We work on how you can build your own personal brand so you can stand out from your competition. But also, one of the most beautiful things that I love to do is help people quit their 9-to-5 job, go all in with their business, with their passion, and make a lot of money and experience true time and financial freedom. That's my goal. And I work with a lot of people like Alice, that said that within 2 months of completing the program, I reached my goal of 3 clients and increased my monthly income by $1,500. The IPB program gave me a better understanding of how to create meaningful content for my target audience and gave me that kick in the bum that I needed to make things happen. So she didn't want to quit her 9-to-5 job. She works at a company. She loves her company, but she wants to add some extra income to her monthly income. Good, let's do that. But I also work with people that want to quit their 9-to-5 job, like Juliet, that said, after I joined the program, my plan was so clear. I took a leap of faith. I quitted my 9-to-5 job. I started my business and I already have a few clients. The IPB program is the step-by-step process on building your personal brand on social media so that you can turn your passion into a profitable business. And we are opening enrollment to the IPB program late September. So not for now, but you can already join the wait list. stevendecuba.com/waitlist. This is where you can go. But we're not here to talk about the IPB program yet. We will be talking about the strategy that you can start applying this week. This week already. You don't have to wait until the end of September. This week already, so that you can show up on social media with a strategy. Okay. So who wants to quit their 9-to-5 job? Hey, it's between the two of us and other 600 people that are in here. So who wants to quit their 9-to-5 job and go all in with their passion? Or maybe you like your 9-to-5 job and you want to continue with it, but you want an extra income. Maybe you want to lower the amount of hours you work per week and let your business bring more income. My promise to you, my friend, by the end of this boot camp, by the end of the second, so 2 weeks, it's 2 weeks. By the end of the second week of this boot camp, you're going to walk away with a strategy that works for your business and creates money on demand. My goal by the end of this masterclass is to give you everything you need that gives you the assurance, the strategy, and the commitment to go all in and make your passion into a profitable business. Now, the most important thing right here is to understand that business, the way that business works, is different for everyone. Just because it worked for me this way doesn't mean you have to do it exactly that way. So I want us to feel like, oh, there's actually no rule of thumb. There's actually no step-by-step, this is how it's supposed to be again and again and again and again and again. And it is the only way that is going to work, because it's not like that. You get to have fun in your business, but we also apply a strategy that you can have fun with this strategy. Okay? So if you, because I've heard this a lot of people think, oh, it has to be this way, or this person is doing it this way, so I have to do it that way. No, my friend, it is your business, your rules, you make the rules. All right? So by this point, you might be already thinking, but what if I don't know what I want to do yet? What if this is just an idea? What if this is just like something that, hey, I was with my friends, we were having conversations, and all of a sudden, I got this business idea. Maybe this is you. Let me know if this is you. Are you in the idea phase? Maybe you haven't started your business yet. Maybe you haven't even called it a business. Maybe you call it just a hobby, a passion, something that you just discovered recently. What if I don't know what I want to do yet? Is this you? Let me know. Number two, maybe you say, but what if I don't have a website yet, Steven? Maybe I should start there. Maybe this is not the right timing. Maybe I should start doing other things before I actually start promoting on social media. Do I need one? Do I need a website to begin with? Where do I even get started? And I know you, because come closer to me. Come closer to the screen. If you're multitasking, come back to me. Because what is going to happen is that your voice in your head, that little ego of yours that we all have, I have it too. We all have that ego. And that little ego of yours is going to tell you all the reasons why this is not possible for you. And you're going to start doubting yourself. And you're going to start asking yourself different questions like, what if this is just a hobby? What if this is too good to be true? Well, Steven, I don't have the connections like you have. I don't have the resources like you have. I don't have the tools. I don't have the connections. I don't have the amount of followers. I don't think this is possible for me. Have you ever thought that? What if it doesn't work? Because that's exactly what I thought too. My friend, I want you to know that there's two sides to it. You can tell yourself today that what if this doesn't work? What if this is not possible for me? And you can also tell yourself there is freedom waiting for you on the breezes of the sky, and you ask, what if I fall? But today, oh, but my darling, what if you fly? It takes, I'm getting all the chills already. Holy cow. There's a different type of energy when you show up knowing, believing, and feeling that you have what it takes. And it takes the same amount of energy for you to believe that you don't have what it takes. And it takes the same amount of energy for you to believe that you have everything that it takes to make it happen. So my question to you is, which one are you choosing? It's like the blue pill and red pill. They're both going to work. Which one are you choosing? Are you choosing failure? Are you choosing fear? Are you choosing, oh my God, what if this doesn't work? Or are you choosing, oh, but what if I just try? What if I just make the commitment to try this for the next 14 days? What if I give myself the permission to test something new this week? What if you fly? What if 12 months from today, you look back and you tell yourself, this was exactly what I needed to make things happen? That commitment, that courage, that leap of faith that you took today on an 8th of August, 8/8. What if 12 months from now you look back and you tell yourself, this was the day that everything started? Okay. Are you guys still with me? Let me know if you're still with me right there. Now you might be telling yourself, okay. I'm gonna do that, Steven. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna actually write it in my notebook. It is today, August 8th, 2023. And it has been 1 year since I've made the commitment to go all in with my business, and how beautiful it looks right now. How about you write that thing down? This just came to me because I didn't even have it on my notes. I don't even have it on my slides. But what if you go right now in your workbook and you write down, it is today, August 8, 2023, 12 months from now, and you tell yourself, wow, I've made this. I've accomplished this. My business looks like this. You write it all down. And today, in the present moment, you start living in that emotional state. This is what we call manifesting. you get clear on that, what you want in the future, and you start acting as if you already have that today. Beautiful. Now, there's a lot of excuses that are going to come up right now why this is not possible for you. I don't have enough followers, Steven. I have an idea, but what if no one wants to buy from me? The only person that is following me right now on Instagram is my family member, or all my family members, or some of them, and my friends, maybe colleagues, maybe past colleagues, past I don't know, French, high school colleagues. I don't know. You have friends, you have family, but no clients. Is this you? Let me know in the chat box if this is you. Steven, I don't have enough people that are following me right now. I might need to get more followers first. Now, I want to start by saying this. Everyone starts at zero. So please get over it. Seriously. Everyone starts at zero. I started at zero. You started at zero. Tony Robbins started at zero. James Wetmore, Jasmine Star, Amy Porterfield, whoever you want to name their name, yeah, all of them, they all started at zero. But what came first, the chicken or the egg? In other words, do they have a lot of followers today because they grew their followers and then started their business? Or they started their business, started to create content for their ideal customer, started to become, started to show up from a different energy so that they can attract those people that they want to work with, and then their followers increased. So did the chicken or the egg came first? You already know the answer, right? Everyone started at zero. So today you also have that invitation. Hey, maybe you are at zero. Maybe you are at 50 followers. Just think about 50 people at your house right now listening to what you have to say. Somewhere in your kitchen, simple, in your kitchen, 50 people in your kitchen. That's a lot of people. So having a lot of followers doesn't guarantee your success. It does help when you have more and more and more, because your credibility goes up, more, you reach more people. I get that, but it happens is the byproduct of you showing up. It's not, let me have the followers first and then I show up. No, it's let me show up so that I can get the follower. Does this make sense? Now, one of the metaphors that I also like to use when it comes to talking about followers is the bucket of water. Because thinking you need more followers is like adding more water to a bucket that has holes in the bottom. My friend, it doesn't matter how much more water you add if the system is broken. And most entrepreneurs don't even have a system in their business to grow their followers. So they are expecting to, out of thin air, they get more followers. It doesn't work that way. Okay. So I want you to take a look at Katula Gardening, one of the members of the IPB program that went from having 8 clients to now having 84 clients within 2 months with less than 100 followers. So my friend, my invitation to you is please stop telling yourself you need more followers. We all want more. I'm almost at 5,000 followers. I would love more. Sure. I would love to have 100, 200, 3,000 followers, but the right type of followers, the ones that wants to consume my content, the ones that want to buy from my business, the ones that want to show up on a boot camp and want to listen to my voice, the ones to learn from me, the ones to exchange energy, that wants to be part of a community, that wants to build a business, that wants to grow a business that gives them their financial and time freedom, that wants to make a difference in this world. Those are the people that I want them to follow me. Not everyone, And I see entrepreneurs are even buying fake followers to get more traction. You don't get the result that you want by buying fake followers. You do it by having a strategy. And the fact is that there's someone out there with less time, less money, less followers, smaller email lists, and less resources than you, that are making their dreams possible. So what is your excuse? What are you using as an excuse to not take action? What is it? And I want you to write it down. Write down today, what is the number one reason why you're not taking action? I just posted a reel on Instagram where I talk about the difference between the people that get the result in their business and the people that want the result in their business. And the difference is that the people that get the result, they take action. They step out of their comfort zone. They do the work. They don't question things. They take risks. And they know and they understand that in order to get to your result, you have to take risks. And the people that wants result and don't get the result are the people that are sitting on the sidelines. They're sitting on the sidelines of entrepreneurship. They're sitting on the sidelines of life, waiting on permission. They're waiting for someone to go knock at their door and tell them, hey, this is your time right now. Hey, now you have enough permission. Let me tell you, my friend, that will never happen. If you're multitasking, come back to me. If you're waiting until someone to give you the permission that you're looking for to go all in with your business, that will never happen. No one gave me the permission. No one gave anyone the permission to go all in with their business. It is a decision. It is a decision that only you can make it happen. That only you can make that decision and believe that this is also possible for you. Because if you believe this is not possible for you, you're right. And if you believe that it is possible for you, you are also right. Which one are you choosing? Okay. So I know how it might feel. When I discovered my passion in 2012, I also told myself things like, how am I going to stand out? What if this is just a phase? What if people don't buy from me? What if I fail? What if I'm too late to get started? I even heard people tell me, Stephen, but I am too young. And then on the other side, I heard someone else tell me, but Stephen, I am too old, too young, too old, too fat, too skinny, too black, too brown, too white, too blonde of a hair, I have a blue eyes, you have it brown. You can give me all the excuses. The reality is that you make that decision. It is a decision that only you can make. And let me tell you something. No one gave me that permission in 2012. No one gave it to me. I've made that decision. I've also thought that this was just only a phase. But it was until that I switched my perspective, I switched the way of how I was thinking and how I was showing up in my business that dictate the result that I was getting. But what also happened is that at the beginning, I treated it like a hobby. And this is where we get really, really real with the conversation. Because if you treat it like a hobby, I don't want you to get surprised when you get hobby results. Okay. So my question to you right now is, how are you showing up in your business? How do you see business? Are you treating it like a hobby or are you treating it like a business? And to that, we have to take a look at what are the things that you want. Because it could be a hobby. Don't get me wrong. I started with photography. I'm going to tell you my story in a bit, but I started my business as a photographer only. I've built my brand. I've done a bunch of things with my photography business, but at the beginning, it was just a hobby. It was until that I switched my perspective, the way of being, that I got different results. So how are you looking at your business, and what do you want from your business? In 2017, I made the decisions to change my fear for fun. All of the fear of why this is not possible for me. What if people would think crazy things about me? What if people say ugly things about me? Guess what? They do it. They did it, and there will be keep on doing it. It takes me, it takes you to change that fear for fun. What happened when I started to look at my business as a business is that I got featured in different online magazines and blogs internationally, in Spain, in the Netherlands, in the UK, in the US, in Aruba, in the Netherlands, all over the world. I was named as one of the best wedding photographers in The Hague and got featured on national TV, RTL 4 and Telearuba. And I also work with big brands like Levi's, Moco Museum Amsterdam, and Zwani, Mego Soltero, and many other international brands. It was the decision that I made of how I see my business that changed the result that I was getting. It wasn't a magic trick. It wasn't any courses. It wasn't any coach. It was me. I made the decision. And look at what happened. My name, my face, my story, my values started to reach more people. I started to go on TV. I started to go in magazines. I started to go on RTL 4 national TV, which do podcasts. Everywhere my name and my face was being published. And people ask me, how did you do it? How did you do it, Stephen? How did you got all of this? This guy from Aruba, this guy that is really young, this guy that started as a photographer and in 2020 lost everything because of the pandemic, and you still made it happen. How did you do it? Well, my friend, the answer is, and the number one title of this training, the number one thing that most entrepreneurs are missing online, what is it? It's a brand. The answer to all of this is that I've built a brand. I've built a brand that creates relationships with my audience, that makes me stand out from my competition. Because the reality is there are thousands of people out there doing the same thing that I am doing. What is going to make me stand out? That is your branding. Your brand is what is going to make you stand out from your competition. This goes back to I think this is a really famous TEDx talk by Simon Sinek that says that people don't buy what you do, AKA when I started as a photographer, they don't buy the photography, they don't buy the camera, they don't buy the photo, they don't buy the wedding album. Why? What they buy is the why. Why do you do it? When a bride wants to book a wedding photographer, there are 10 photographers out there that she can choose. And there's Steven de Cuba in the middle. The question becomes, why Steven de Cuba? Same thing to you. If you are a coach, there are thousands of coaches out there. Why you? If you are maybe you are a graphic designer, there are thousands of graphic designers out there. Why you? If you are a videographer, wedding planner, parent coach, maybe you are an accountant, maybe you are whatever you do. Maybe you sell products. Whatever you do and you sell, the question becomes, why you? Why not the other one? Oh, that one is cheaper. Why not that one? Oh, that one has more varieties. Why not that? Why you? And that is your why. Your why creates that personal brand in your business. Yep. That is my little secret that I want to share with you. Your personal brand creates the why in your business, and your why is part of your personal brand. Because your why is who you are as a person, as an entrepreneur, as a mom, as a dad, as a CEO, as the provider of your home, as the podcast host, as the person that shows up on Instagram. That is your why. Why are you doing the thing that you're doing? Your why is what is going to help you stand out from your competition. Why not that person? No, because of my why. Because me, I can stand out because of this. Your why. Your stories. Why did you start this business to begin with? Your experience and expertise. Where did you come? Where did you come from? Where did you get started? How did you get started? What was your story? All of it. And side note, I am doing it right now in this training. I'm literally telling you my story, and I'm creating that why with you. Do you see it? It's like meta. Meta is like when people tell you, don't drink water. Don't drink water. Don't drink water. Get it? It's like, I am doing it in front of you. How do you stand out from your competition? You share your why. What am I doing? I'm sharing my why. It works. So how can you share your why? Because when you share your why, when you share your story, you create a connection with your audience. And people buy from the people that they trust. And when you create that connection with your audience, slowly but surely, the trust starts increasing. Listen, there are people that are following this bootcamp that has followed many of my masterclasses or consume my content or are listening to my podcast, and they haven't bought from me yet. They haven't invested in my business yet. Some people takes longer to build that trust. There are other people out there that watch, maybe they even watch one story of mine on Instagram and boom, they are ready to invest. Maybe they read one email that I sent, boom, they click buy now. It works differently with different people. It takes time, but you don't worry about how much time it's gonna take. You worry about how you show up, how you share that why. And I can even pinpoint our people that are watching live right now that have consumed many of my contents without even buying. I don't care. I'm building more of that trust slowly but surely, and one day they will buy. The same thing to you. If you're waiting until thousands of other people are ready to invest, start with one. Start with one person. Because one person will become two. And those two people are going to talk about you, and it will become 4 and maybe 6. And then 8 people, and then 10, and then 100, and then 1,000, and then 100,000, and then the whole world. You get the point. And most of us, and I'm saying us because I also have it, we want it now. We want the big following. We want the big business. We want it all now. If it was that easy, everyone would be doing it. But it's not that easy. But you get to have fun when you're building your business. It's supposed to be something fun. Is this making sense? I want to see you in the chat box. Right now in the chat box, let me know. Just say heck yes if this is making sense. I see you guys right here. I see you guys live, but I want to not do a presentation. I want to have a conversation with you. So in the chat box right now, let me know if this is making sense, if you are still following what I am teaching today. Okay? Because I want to continue. What is important and what I want you to screenshot this, put it on your fridge if you want to. Building a personal brand on social media is the most effective way to reach more people, make a bigger impact, and convert more sales in your business. It is the most effective way right now. I see Leonie, heck yes. I see Lisanne, I see Luzmeri, heck yes. I love the energy. If you're multitasking, come back to me. This is the most important part of this training. Building a personal brand on social media is the most effective way to reach more people, make a bigger impact, and convert more sales in your business. Why? Well, for starters, social media is for free. You have no capital needed. You don't need anything to get started. Well, maybe, yeah, you need one thing, an account. You have to create an account on Instagram or on Facebook or on LinkedIn, TikTok, whatever the social media. You have to create an account. Most of you already have that. Bingo bango. What now? Let's start creating content for our business. And it is for free. It is the easiest way for you to reach your ideal customer. And also, it is where most of the attention is at right now. Most people right now are on social media. They are watching, like people are watching, they're consuming more social media content. They're even watching TV or listening to the radio. Just think about that for a minute. There's a lot of people right now on social media, and the number is just growing. Let me give you some statistics. There are now 4.2 billion social media users around the world. That is more of half of the population. The number is growing by 490 million people every single year. Facebook is the market leader with 2.32 billion monthly active users. Instagram accounts for 1 billion users as of Q3 of 2020, and over 200 million users visit at least one business profile every single day on Instagram. So there is still opportunity for you on social media. It is for free. You get to have fun. You are already on the platform. Let's create a strategy that works for you. So who is it for? Like, okay, Steven, I need to build a brand. Got it. I'll get to use social media to promote my brand. Got it. But is this going to work for me? And which platform? And what type of content? Okay, chill down. We're going to get there. Let's start with the who first. Who is it for? Number one, if you want to promote your business and increase sales conversion. Maybe you don't have a business yet, but you know that you want to start a business. One day, someday, maybe it could be today. If you want to promote your business and increase sales conversion, heck yes, building a personal brand is your thing. Number two, for thought leaders that wants to reach a wider audience. So when you think about thought leaders, think about people that wants to start a book, maybe people that wants to start a podcast, maybe you want to start an online course, a membership, maybe you have a special message and story to share with the world and you want to reach a wider audience. Maybe you don't know how you're going to monetize it yet, but you want to in the future. I will say start now, start building that audience, start building those relationships, and then we see how we can monetize it. This is also for the people that wants to humanize your business and increase awareness. Most people, what I hear from most entrepreneurs is that, Steven, okay, I have a business, but I don't know how to get more people to buy from me, like my friends and family, and throughout word of mouth, I'm getting clients. Hey, clap that up. Pat yourself on the back. I love that for you. But now you want something more. You want something extra. You want to reach more people, a wider audience. You want to humanize your business. Good. Awesome. This is also possible for you. So let's talk about money. Let's talk about the fun part. Because here's the thing. Number one, I want you to build a personal brand that gives you the freedom to do what you want and make money out of it. Because imagine a world where everyone is doing the thing that they want to do, they love to do, they're passionate about it, and we're all making a bigger impact. My why, the why of my business is that I want to help 10,000 people quit their 9-to-5 job, start their own business, and experience true time and financial freedom within the next 10 years. I have 10 years. I have to do it. I get to do it. I get to help 10,000 people within the next 10 years to do all of this. It is my goal. It is my mission. And I'm going to show up every single day on social media to show you what is possible when you commit to your passion. I've discovered my passion at a really young age, and I've made it my business. But there's many ways where you can make money from your personal brand. Number one, you can sell services or products. Like as a photographer, I was selling photography services. Maybe you are selling candles. Maybe you're selling jewelry. Maybe you're selling hats. Maybe you are a service-based business owner, graphic designer, wedding planner, accountant, whatever the business. You have a service or product to sell. Or maybe you're like, no, I don't want to develop my services yet. However, I do want to sell something from other people. Like you can be an affiliate for someone else, maybe for products, maybe a coach. You invest in a coach and this coach has an affiliate program. Good, you sell their program and you get a commission from that. Amazing. Brand ambassador. Maybe you want to become like an influencer of a brand and you create content with their stuff, with their product or service, and you promote this online and you get also commission from the company. Maybe you want to do speaking engagements, workshops, masterclasses, bootcamp, challenges. Maybe you want to do a coaching, you want to start a coaching trajectory. You want to do consulting. Maybe you want to start an online course, maybe a membership. Like right now, selling digital products, that industry is booming. Especially after the pandemic, most people went all online. So this is also possible for you if you want this. Sell an online course. Selling on digital products is the most effective and easy way to scale your business. That's just the truth. Because think about creating a course once and have multiple people buy it. Like you create a course, $250 euros, or Ruben Florence, 4 people bought it. Boom, 1,000 cash right in there. And it is the same course. So this industry is also booming. So when you build your personal, I believe that this is the industry that needs that personal brand the most, because people don't buy curriculum, they don't buy videos, they don't buy workbook, they buy from a coach. Or maybe you want to do live events, you want to host workshops. This is also possible for you, but it starts with the personal brand. Think about the last time that you invested in a coach or you invested in a workshop. Did you invest it because there was a 2-hour training? There was 2 workbooks included. There was this and this included. No, you did it because you wanted to learn from that coach, that personal brand. The same thing goes to you, my friend. Starts with a personal brand. Making sense? Are you starting to get those ideas in? Am I inspiring you? Are you getting that pump of energy on a Monday morning or evening or wherever you are in the world? Because that is what I want for you. I want to open the possibilities that there is right now for you, which you can also start. I honestly want everyone in this boot camp to start their personal brand, start their business, or at least for the people that have an idea, at least make their first sale this, I dare to say this month, I dare to say before the end of 2022. I dare to say even for some people by the end of this week. But it always goes back to you, to how you show up with the information that you're getting. Okay. Now, the benefits of having a personal brand is that you build a stronger community that supports your vision. I shared my vision with you just a couple of minutes ago. I want to help 10,000 people quit their 9-to-5 job and start their own business. If you are one of those people, you get on board with it. You're like, oh, this is my guy. I want to learn from this guy and I want to be part of this vision. Welcome aboard, my friend. Let's make this happen. But what is your vision? What is your vision? What are you doing with the thing that you're doing? And share this with your community. Think about standing out from your competition. Like, heck yes, there are thousands of other photographers out there. Why Steven? There's 1,000 of other people teaching about social media marketing. Why Steven? Same thing to you. There are thousands of graphic designers out there. Why you? It positions you as a go-to person in your industry. That is what a personal brand does. And you have to understand that branding, if you're multitasking, come back to me one more time, because here's the thing. Branding happens in the mind of your consumer. Let me repeat that. Branding happens in the mind of your consumer. It doesn't happen in your mind. It happens in their mind. And when your audience understands your brand and they trust you and they have a relationship with you, they will position you as the go-to leader in your industry. Maybe right now you don't feel like you're the go-to person in your industry. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Branding happens in the mind of your consumer, which means that all you have to do is show up for the people that you want to work with. Show up for the people that you want to bring a solution to their problem or meet their desire. They are going to be the people that are going to look at you as the go-to person in your industry. Who is having an aha moment right now? You don't have to be the go-to leader in your industry. Your audience will dictate that. And you can influence that by showing up and building that brand. And you can also charge premium prices and finally start making your dream of being your own boss a reality. Think about it. When you have a heart problem, are you going to go to your general practitioner or are you going to go to that heart surgeon? That heart surgeon is specialized in this area, right? Which means this heart surgeon can charge premium prices. The same thing goes to you. When you build a brand and you understand all the aspects of it, you also are going to position yourself as the go-to person in your industry, which gives you the opportunity to charge premium prices. My question to you is, how bad do you want it? Oh, okay. Let's go to the next slide. And this is where you're going to start taking action. If you haven't downloaded the workbook yet, stevendecuba.com/workbook1. I'm going to drop it right now in the chat box because this is super important for you, because right now we're going to start taking action. Like, I like to start with the mindset part of it. Now we start taking action. Grab your notebook, grab your workbook, grab a workbook for now, a blank piece of paper, and add some notes. And then after later, you can go deeper with it. We're going to go a little bit fast with it together, but I want to support you along the way. Okay. And also respect your time. We're also almost done. Stay with me for a couple of minutes. Number one question I want you to answer right now. What would you love to do in your business if you knew it would all work out? What is that? I'm not asking you if this is feasible, if this is possible for you, if someone else is doing it better. I don't care about that. I care right now. What would you love to do in your business if you knew it would all work out? Let me give you some examples of how it would look for me when I answer this question, and then this will help you brainstorm ideas too. My definition of success is that I am using the art of photography to build my dream business and my life. As I told you, photography is my passion. Like, over there, you see lenses. Over there, you see wedding albums from my couples. Over there, you see photos of me. Like, and the other side of where my laptop is, you see more cameras, more wedding albums. My passion is photography. I was born a photographer. I will die a photographer. That is my definition of success. Can I use my passion to build my dream business and my dream life? Heck yes, I can. And I'm going to do it. So what is your passion? I like writing. I like speaking to the camera. I like creating videos. I like inspiring people. I like to make a difference in somebody else's home, like an interior designer. I want to document weddings, or I want to help couples plan their wedding. What is your passion? What do you love to do? Write it down. You don't have to know the end product yet. Let's focus one thing at a time. What is your passion? For me, it is I spend time with the people that I love when I want to, and I have the freedom to travel the world. For me, traveling, heck yes. I like to be on the island, which is warm and beautiful and tropical, but I also like to be somewhere in the snow, and then at the end of the week I'll be somewhere else, and then there. I want to travel. I want to get to know this world. I don't know about you, but this is the only life we get, by the way. If you don't know that, now you know. This is not a trial round. This is not a first try and then we get to do it one more time. This is it. This is your life. There's no redoing this. You can literally die tomorrow and it's over. And that might sound harsh, but it's the truth. So what are you doing with this precious life that you have? Think about that. My definition of success is that I'm helping people build their dream business and I live life filled with freedom and abundance. What is your definition of success? What is it? How does this version of business, of success, of life, how does it look like for you? For me, is that I'm doing what I love and I'm leaving a legacy behind. Like, seriously, today I woke up with so much energy. I'm like, oh my God, I'm teaching a 14 days bootcamp. It's all starting today. Heck yes. This is the energy that I want to feel every single day when I show up in my business. How many people are showing up in their business from a place of lack, from a place of scarcity, from a place of, oh, I have to do this again. Or maybe it's not even your business. Maybe that is how you feel right now at your current 9-to-5 job. I don't want to go to that boss. I don't want to build their dream business. I don't want to build their dream life. I want to build mine. That is the energy that I want you to have. But it all starts with knowing exactly what is your version of success. What is the version of your business that you want to build? How does that version of business look like for you? So what is your definition of success? How does that business look like for you? I want to give you a couple of seconds here. Write it down. What would it look like for you to Just dream about a business. You don't have to know it completely yet. But hey, if I can take photos, if I can make videos, and if I can change lives, that is my dream business. Good. Run with that. And right now, your ego, as you're writing down, your ego will come. But this is too good to be true. But there's someone else doing it. But what if it doesn't work? Blah, 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 blah. Ego, thank you for being here. Go somewhere else. Go watch the sunset. I like to tell my ego, go watch the sunset, or go have a drink, or go somewhere else. We all have that ego. It will never go away. But hey, I don't need you right now. Ciao, ciao. Go. Bye. Do the same thing with your ego when it shows up. Don't fight it. Talk dirtly to your ego. I remember back in 2020 when I lost everything in my business. I also thought it was a waste of time to build something new. I don't know if you know my story, but in 2020, I built my photography business. And in 2020, the pandemic happened. No one was getting married, which means I wasn't taking any photos of weddings, which means I wasn't making money in my business, which means I have bills to pay. But if money incoming in, I can pay my bills. And in that decision, in that moment, I made the decision that I'm going to go all in with a second part of my business, what I always wanted to do, which is teach people how to use social media for their business. I've always wanted to do it. I always had an excuse why right now wasn't the best time until COVID happened. And I want to tell you that in that moment, I had all the reasons why it was a waste of time. I remember I went to get my business degree. 2020 is when I got my business degree. I went to my university, asked for my business degree, and this woman looked at me in my eye and told me, "So, Steven, what are you going to do right now that you have your business degree?" With all the fears, with all the reasons why I shouldn't do it, I looked at her and I told her, "Well, I'm going to go all in with my business." This lady looked at me. She wasn't even a professor. She was just someone working at the office. And she told me, "What a waste of time." I'm like, huh? She said, "What a waste of time. You just spent 4 years of your life trying to get the business degree. Now that you have it, in the middle of a pandemic, you're going to risk your life and your future by going all in with your business. What a waste of time." And in that moment, I realized that people will have an opinion about you. People won't understand the things that makes you passionate. They don't understand your vision, and that is okay. And maybe right now in your life, your partner, your mom, your dad, your friends, your whatever that is, someone in your life might not get the thing that you want to do. It's not your job to convince them. It's your job to prove them wrong. Not because of them, but because of you, because you want to do it. So I always tell my clients that your success will silence their doubt. Let them doubt you. Let them have all the reasons why this is not possible for you. The reality is that when they say that, all they're doing is mirroring themselves, because they also don't think it's possible for them. Prove them wrong. Because I remember in that moment, I told myself, I don't want to be that 90-year-old guy that looks back at his life and regret everything that he didn't do. And in that same moment, I reminded myself, who told you you're going to be 90 years old? Who told you that you're going to be alive next year, next month, next week, tomorrow? No one has it guaranteed. Me, you, we both don't even have 25 minutes guaranteed in your life. What about 90 years? How about 90 years? You don't even know if you're going to get to 90 years. So why are you waiting? There's a famous quote that says that the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, and the second best time is today. So what are you going to do with your precious life? I want to know. My friend, what I want you to get out of this masterclass, out of this bootcamp, out of our first training, is that your success is inevitable. It is inevitable if you believe that it is inevitable. Your success is inevitable, and you start acting today as if it is inevitable. Because two things happens when you take action. Number one, you get the result that you wanted. Heck yes, we love that. Or number two, you get the lesson that you needed to learn. So that next time when you do it again, you do it better, you do it with experience, and you get closer to your results. It's that easy. So your success is inevitable if you believe it is. You fell down. Hey, get back up, dust yourself up, and you continue. Who believes that your success is inevitable? Say in the chat box right now, my success is inevitable. Claim it. And if you are watching right now, hey, say it out loud. Don't worry about your partner next to you or your kid, or maybe you are at a cafe. Say it. My success is inevitable. My success is inevitable. My success is inevitable. And I can do it. I can make it happen. Heck yes. I see you, Luzmeri. Love it, love it, love it. So what if you are multi-passionate? Okay, Stephen, I get it. My success is inevitable. There you go. Say it 5 times and you see how that goes. My success is inevitable. I love it, Magali. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so let's say that you are multi-passionate. Let's say that, okay, Stephen, but okay, where do I start? I have so many ideas. I have so many things that I want to do. Where the heck do I start? Now, I want you to start by listing all of the things that you love to do. Write it down. It's in your workbook as well. Write it down in your workbook. All the things you will love to do. What are they? What are they? Let me know. So then from there, I want you to bring that list down to max of 5 options. If you have less than 5 options, even better. But bring that list to max of 5 options. And once you have that, you don't have to do it right now immediately, but I want you to, that's why you have a workbook. You're going to work on it after the class as well. But once you have those 5 options, I want you to ask yourself the following. Out of these 5 options that you have right now, which one brings you the most joy? And let's say that all of these 5 options, they all will work out in the future. That business, successful business that you have, that freedom, all of it, it will all work out with all of these 5 options. Which one would you do first? Which one brings you the most joy right now, the most energy? Like, oh my God, yes, I want to do this. Let's go. Like that energy. I want to do this. This is what I want. Let's go. Boom, done. And there's one or two, hopefully one. There's one in there that gives you the most energy. Which one is it? And let's say all of these 5 options will work. They will all make you money. They will all give you the freedom. Which one would you choose? And go all in with that. Because the reality is that you don't know. And I don't know which one you should do first, which one you should not do. But just waiting and waiting and waiting won't give you the result either. So choose one, go all in with it. And then if it works, great. If it doesn't work, also great. Now you have one out of that list. Or you can change it. You can make it better. You can test different ways of selling it. But choose one right now. And then you can start building from there. Okay? So the next question that I have for you is, what actions can you start taking today to get closer to that goal? Like what actions can you start taking today? Maybe it is that you are going to take this bootcamp seriously, and you're gonna answer all these questions in the workbook. You're gonna print it out, or you're gonna have it in your laptop. You're gonna get a Google Drive, Google document, and you're gonna write it all down. Maybe it is that you're going to start reaching out maybe to 3 to 5 people that might be interested in the things that you want to do, and you want to start a relationship with them and see the possibilities of working together. Maybe you can give them a discount. Maybe it means that you're going to start looking at what other people are doing in your industry and brainstorm some ideas. Maybe it is that you're going to go on YouTube and search for things that are in your industry and get inspired. Maybe it is that you're going to follow 3 to 5 people on social media that are doing the thing that you are doing, and you want to get inspired by what they are doing. Maybe it is that you're going to get a coach, invest in an online course that is going to help you get to that next level. What actions can you start taking today to get closer to that goal? Write that thing down. And there's beauty behind writing things down. There's a different energy when you commit to making it happen. I remember when I lost everything in 2020, I told myself, I don't want to work for someone else. I did it already. I hate it. That's just the truth. Number 2, I want to live life. I want to live life with freedom. Last November, I went to Aruba for a wedding, and I end up staying in Aruba for 5 months. I told myself in these 5 months, if I would be working for someone else, I would never be able to do this. When was the last time that you took a 5-month vacation? It wasn't fully vacation. I was also working in Aruba, but God damn it, I would take that because I love what I do. I can be with my family, and I can be in Aruba. Heck yes. What is your version of success, and what actions can you start taking today to get closer to that goal? And when you start taking actions slowly but surely, you get there. People underestimate what they can do. They overestimate what they can do in 10 years, and they underestimate what they can do they overestimate what they can do in 1 year, and they underestimate what they can do in 5. There we go. So we start with today, because the reality is that today is the only thing that we have. And then, what stories do you need to let go of in order to make this happen? In other words, what is stopping you? And this, I want you to write, at least put one thing in the comments. What is your number one biggest struggle when it comes to building your personal brand on social media? What is it? What is your number one struggle? The number one thing that is holding you back? Yeah, but Steven, but if I do this, then I can go all in. Or if this happens, then I can go all in. Or if this, like, it could be as easy as, like, I had a client last week or 2 weeks ago. She told me, I don't know if I can go all in because I don't know if I can have a side hustle besides my 9-to-5 job. And I'm like, okay, so what do we do about that? I don't know. Well, you go to your boss, you have that conversation, you have it on black and white on paper, and you have your answer, if you can do it or not. So what is the one thing that is stopping you right now? Is it 9-to-5 job that you don't know if you can do it? Is it your fear of making a mistake, of not having enough followers, of not knowing enough? What is it? And I want you to be honest with yourself. And I want you to put it in the chat box. Thank God you came those 5 months. We all needed you that time. Much love to you, Magali. Yep. So if you dare, I dare you to put it in the chat box. What is stopping you right now from taking that jump? What is it? I don't know where to get started. Okay, what do you do with I don't know where to get started? Well, I look for help, I look for support, I do boot camps, I do trainings. Well, you know what to do, right? So what are those stories? Those dumb stories that you can let go of? Like, for example, when I pivoted in 2020, I was doing photography, then I was doing online coaching. Within a couple, I lost everything in March, and by August, I was all in already with my coaching program. But one of the fears that I had was, what if I don't know enough? Or what if there's someone out there that knows more than me? And maybe you also have that thought. And the reality is that there is someone out there that knows more about you, more about the thing that you want to sell, more about your industry, more about your offer. They know more. And maybe they do it better. And maybe they have more connections. And maybe they have more clients. But what does that have to do with your ability to do it? Right? Like, there are better restaurants than others out there. Is the less of a good restaurant not selling food because they are not the best? No, right? There are better taxi drivers than others. Does it mean that the others are not going to drive people? No. There are better hotels than others. Does it mean that another hotel should close their business? No. In every phase of your business, in every phase of your life, there's gonna be someone that is doing it better than you. But that doesn't mean that you cannot do it. It means that you start wherever you are right now. That is the truth. You start there and you make it happen. And you don't fake it, because if you don't know one thing, you can simply say, you know what, that's a good question. And I might not have the answer for you right now, but we can definitely search for it together. Does that make you a bad person? No, it makes you an honest person. And that's the beauty of it. So, as we are wrapping up this training, I want to remind you to download your workbook at stevendecubo.com/workbook1. This is super important for this training. Make sure you download it. You don't have to print it, but this is where the most of the work happens. And then our next training is where we go deeper with it. So your homework for this week is to fill out workbook number 1. And I want you to share your passion in the Facebook group and introduce yourself. Let us know who you are. Let us know what is your passion. What do you do? What would you love to achieve? How does that version of your business, your successful business, look like? And then I also want you to add training number 2 to your calendar. When is training number 2? Well, my friend, our next training is this Wednesday. Yes, in 2 days from now, at the same time, 4 p.m. Central European Summer Time, in this Facebook group, Passion into Profit Private Community. This is where we are going to go deeper with the 3 biggest mistakes to avoid when it comes to growing your business on social media, so that we can start creating we can start creating a body. Like, how do you say that? Like, it start getting a form while we're building in these next 14 days. So every single training builds on top of each other. So make sure you watch all of the trainings. Make sure you watch this again if you need to. The replay will be sent to you via email. So make sure you finish this training, finish the workbook, and you are ready for upcoming Wednesday. And then the number 1 thing you can do this week to increase engagement on social media. What is the number 1 thing that you think that you can do? I'm going to give you 3 examples, and you can go ahead and test it out, or you can just leave it. That's also okay. Number 1, what you can do right now is take a photo of your laptop, whatever you're doing right now, where you're following this training, and you can start talking about there's something coming up. You can start preparing your audience. You can start building curiosity on the things that you're going to be working on. Maybe you can say, you can even do you invest in education? Put a poll, yes, no, and let people respond to that. You can even tag me. I'll repost your stories so you can reach more people. That is one thing that you can do. Another thing you can do is you can go to your followers. You can see the last 5 people that followed you. Go and send them a message. Hey, thank you so much for following me. This is what I do. I love connecting with other people. Welcome to my corner of the internet. Just say welcome to your new followers. Or another thing you can do is you can take a selfie, let's say, and then you can introduce yourself. Hey, I'm Steven De Cuba. I'm a photographer. I'm a business strategist, and I love to connect with you via social media. You post that selfie on your story, and then you can start humanizing your business with that. I would love for you to tag me so that I can repost your posts, and then we can reach more people. But this is me giving you small action steps that you can apply today to start increasing that engagement. Because here's the thing, we're building on top of each other. If you do this 14 days from now, oh my goodness, buckle up for what's coming for you. All right? So again, stevendecuba.com/workbook1. This is where I want you to go. Download the workbook and let's get this party started. Okay, if you have any questions, this is the time that I want you to drop your questions in the chat box. So, I have a couple of, I want to read these things. Okay, Lisanne said, I am afraid of all the exposures that I will get too much hoy of my work, which I then cannot handle. So this is a good problem to have. I love it. So in other words, I am afraid of putting myself on social media. I'm afraid of putting myself out there because of the exposure or fame that I will get. Well, I want to tell you that that's a good thing. It's a good thing that you will get a lot of exposure. But what are you actually afraid of? But I don't think that getting more exposure is the fear, because getting more exposure is actually what you want to reach more people, make a bigger impact, and make more sales. So that is not really the fear. The fear is maybe what comes after having that exposure. So maybe it means that, hey, maybe if I get, let me go bigger here. Maybe if I get more exposure, it means that there's more probability of people having an opinion about me. If I have more exposure, that means that more people are going to start talking about me. If I get more exposure, means that when I make mistakes, when I fail, that means that more people will see me fail. More people will judge me. More people will have an opinion about me. Listen, is this making sense to you? So the fear, I like to always do this. You have a question, there's an underlying question behind that, which is, I have the fear of more exposure. That is not the fear. The fear is, what if I get more exposure and then more people start judging me? What if I have more exposure and more people have an opinion about me? What if I have more exposure and when I fail, more people will be part of the failure? I want you to know that that is just like saying, hey, Steven, I want to go surfing. I want to surf, but I don't want to get wet. I don't want to get wet. I want to learn how to surf. I want to get a big wave, but I don't want to get wet. It doesn't make sense. The reality is that you are going to get wet. And the reality is that when you get more exposure, more people are going to judge you. That is a fact. We cannot stop that. And the reality is that right now, in this moment, there are already people that has an opinion about you. They already have an opinion about you. Whether you're doing it or you're not doing it, people already have an opinion about you. So the reality is that there are certain things that you can control, and there are certain things that you cannot control. You cannot control people having an opinion about you. It happens. It's part of the human being. So what we do with, in this case, for example, is that we get clear on the things that really scares us. Because once you start writing it down, you're going to notice that the fear drops, because there are crazy stories that we tell ourselves that stop us from taking action. So if you're telling yourself, okay, Steven, I have the fear of more people having an opinion about me, go deeper with that. What is the worst thing that they can say about you? What is the worst thing that they can say about you? And when you have that, ask yourself, is this true? Is this true? Maybe they can say, oh, you're dumb because you don't know what you're talking about. Is this true? You're dumb? Are you dumb? You're not dumb, right? You don't believe yourself to be a dumb person. Then whatever. If they call you dumb, good. Go to someone else. Like, get clear on the worst case scenario. And then from there, I believe it will give you that. When you write it down, it gives like, I'm not dumb. I'm figuring things out. People will have an opinion about me. It's part of the process. Let's continue. It's as easy as that. But you don't get to avoid these things. You cannot avoid these things. You cannot say, I'm going to start a business and I want to avoid failure. I want to start a business, but I want to avoid people having an opinion about me. You don't get to avoid these things. And now that you know that, my question to you becomes, how bad do you want it? Think about the person. Don't think about the judgment. Don't think about the fear. Don't think about what would happen if it goes wrong. Think about what is the impact and the change that you can bring to the table when you start showing up from a place of, I want to serve my audience. And that is what it's all about. You show up from a place of serving your audience. A business is something that creates solutions to people's problem. Listen, I know you already. You're also part of the IPB and Instagram Academy. And I know what you want to do. And the reality is that there's a lot of people out there that needs the solution that your business provides. Focus on those people. Focus on the people that needs your solution. And when you focus on those people and you focus on the how you can change their lives, and you focus on the difference that you can make, and you focus on the freedom that you create in your business, and you focus on the impact that you're making, and you focus on the lives that you're changing, the opinions of other people doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter. Because you're doing the thing that is making you happy. You're doing the thing that is making a difference. You're doing the thing that's making you money and give you freedom. Let those people have their opinion. Let them talk. Let them say whatever they want to say. Your success will silence their doubt. And you're not doing it for them. You're doing it for yourself, and you're doing it for the lives that you want to change. That's just the reality. Lisan, does this make sense? And Deandra, I also see you. I feel like I have the same thing as Lisan. I love that you're being honest. Can you, Deandra, can you write it in full sentence? Like, I am afraid of blank. What is blank? Write it down. And Lisan, I would also like to invite you, write it down, like make it clear. I am afraid of blank. What is blank? Let's go to Luzmeri. I struggle in reaching my ideal clients because I feel that my photography niche is not for everyone. But at the same time, I don't don't even know exactly who to attract. So Luz Mary, the reality is that your photography niche is not for everyone. That you're right. That's totally true. But at the same time, I don't even know exactly who to attract. So I would love for you, there are different ways that you can get clear on this. Number one, you can get clear on this by getting to know the person that you want to work with. Let's pretend that you haven't gotten any clients to begin with. You have 0 clients. You get to play with your creativity. I don't know who this person is, but I know it's a woman between the age of 25 to 35, maybe. She is looking for professional photos for her LinkedIn and maybe for her website as well. And she would love to be photographed by a woman. She is creative, and she's into fashion, and she loves makeup. And get clear and play with it. And you create content that this person wants to consume. Another part to it could be, if you have already clients, if you have already done different photo shoots for different clients, can you look at your top 3 clients that you really love them? You really love interacting with them. You love the connection. You form a relationship with them. You love them. What aspects, what characteristics of these people, what are the things that you loved about the relationship and about the business transaction that you went through? What did you like about that experience, and get clear on it so that you start creating that ideal customer that you want to be working with. The reality that it takes time. It really does take time. And when I started my photography business as a photographer to begin with, I was doing all types of photography. But when I did my first wedding, there was like a peak interest there. I was like, I want to explore more the wedding photography. And then I did more weddings and more weddings and more weddings and more weddings. And I'm like, I love weddings. I want to do more weddings. And then I gave myself the permission to go all in with wedding photography, and then start creating content for brides only. That's how I got specific. So then I can think about, what does my bride need to hear right now? How do you plan your wedding timeline to make sure you're not missing any photo, but you're also spending time with your wedding guests? Do you need one wedding photographer or 2 photographers at your wedding, and why? And what are the benefits? For how long do you need a wedding photographer? 5 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours? How does it look like for your wedding day? How do you plan family photo sessions during your wedding day without spending 1 hour just taking photos of your family? I start creating content about all of the questions that she might be asking. What happens here? I start attracting the right people. I start attracting the people that wants to consume my content, that wants to work with me. I share my story, personal branding. I share my values. I exchange my energy with these people. And this is how you build that personal brand. And this is how you build that trust. Excuse me. And this is how you build that relationship, that when this bride says, I need a wedding photographer. This guy has given me a lot of tips. He knows what he's doing. I love his vibe. I trust him. Who do you think they are going to hire? This guy. The same thing goes to you. I don't know your ideal customer, and maybe right now you don't know this person either. You start with what you have and you develop it as you go. You add more characteristics. You experience a new client. Hey, I actually love that this client has this and this and this. I actually love that this client, we did a call together and we brainstormed the photo shoot session, and then these things came up. I can create content with these things that came up. There's no secret pill. There's no water that you drink. You just take action. And you might say, but Steven, that will take a lot of my time. Well, I want you to know that building a personal brand is not a sprint, it's a marathon, and it takes time. Okay. So, Luz Mary, let me know if this makes sense to you. Okay. Lisanne, yes, Steven. As we speak, I am making my first IG post, jumping in the pool. Yeah. Hey, listen, I love this energy. This is the energy. This is the energy. Deandra says, I am afraid of putting my authentic self out there on social media. The funny thing is I've been getting signs that is exactly what I need to do as my following step to go into the direction of my passion. Well, number one, it starts with awareness, so that I love what you're saying, Deandra. It definitely makes sense. Um, um, what are you afraid of when you put yourself on social media, your authentic self? What is that fear? Where's that fear coming up? So, are you authentic in front of your friends and family? Maybe you have a partner, colleagues, classmates. I don't know who exactly, but are you authentic in front of these people? If the answer is yes, so what is the difference between you putting yourself authentically on social media? My guess is, well, Steven, there are strangers out there. Okay, so what are you afraid of putting your authentic self on social media in front of strangers? Can you answer that question? Get clear on what exactly are you afraid of. The funny thing is that I've been getting signs that that is exactly what I need to do as my following step to follow my. You're already getting the signs. So let's get clear on the reason why you're not doing it. What is that fear that you have that when you put your authentic self on social media in front of strangers, what is the worst thing that can happen? Like the worst thing. Write it down. Let's get clear on them. Sometimes our brain gives us fear, but it doesn't give us the reason why we have that fear. And we stay in that fear. Oh, I have the fear. I have the fear. I have the fear. Fear of what? I don't know, but I do have fear. Okay, but what is the fear? I have a lot of fear, Steven. A lot of fear. I'm not going to start. I have a lot of fear. Okay, fear of what? I don't know. Just fear. You see what I'm going with this? So what I want you to do is get clear on the fear. What is the worst thing that can happen? They can say, Deandra, that you don't know what you're talking about. Good. Find someone else then. All right? They can say that you don't know what you're doing. Okay. Deandra said, I think I've never liked to be in the center of attention. And I think the worst thing that can happen is getting negative energy towards what I put out there. Okay, so there are two things here. Let's start with the second one. I think the worst thing that can happen is getting negative energy towards what I put out there. This is still really, how do I say this? It's still not specific enough what you're afraid of. Like, okay, you get negative energy. How does that negative energy look like? People sending you DMs or leaving comments, negative comments? Is that what you mean? Or maybe it is that family members are going to come to you and say, why did you start your business? Stop. When we get clear on the fear, we get specific with it, then we can work with it. We don't get to avoid it. We get to work with it. And I know I'm putting you on the spot, Deandra. Totally fine. There's only 600 people in the group. But I don't like to be the center of attention, which you are right now. And the worst thing that can happen is a negative energy around it. This is what I believe in. I believe that you attract what you put out there. I believe that your physical reality is a reflection of what is happening in here. So if you keep on thinking that the worst case scenario, that bad things will happen, that people would say BS things about you, guess what? That is going to happen. It is the law of attraction. Just like we have the law of what do you call this? The law of gravity. The pens falls down. The law of attraction is also a law. You don't have to believe in it. You don't have to believe in the law of attraction either, but we both know it's there and it works. The law of attraction is the same thing. What is happening in here, the stories that you keep telling yourself over and over and over and over and over again, is what is going to manifest in the physical reality. So my question to you is, what are the thoughts that you're thinking right now? And ask yourself, are these thoughts serving that business that I want in the future? Are these thoughts serving, helping me, getting me closer to that dream life and dream business? Are those fears, are those stories helping me get closer to that what I want? If the answer is no, then number one, we have the awareness. Then the next step, number two, is what are you going to do about it? Because the reality is that you have power over this. You control your brain. You control your thoughts. But most people, did you know that, I don't know the exact numbers right now, but I want to say 5%. Did you know that 5% of our life, of our day, is based on our conscious mind, and the rest 95% of our day is based on our subconscious mind? So you're operating the most based on your subconscious mind, which means that if these fears are on automatic, you are automatically manifesting that negative energy. But once you have the awareness, you catch yourself, oh, what if I'm going to fail? Hey, this is a negative thought. What can I do with this thought? Oh, this is a good thing. I was listening to a podcast, and then they were talking about the book of Joe Dispenza. I think it was Joe Dispenza. Yeah, Joe Dispenza, it was. And he was talking about how our physical reality is a reflection of our inner wisdom. What is happening outside is happening inside first. So is what is happening in your physical reality is not the thing that you want. You get to change that thought. So give yourself the challenge. Negative, when you hear that negative thought appear in your daily life, ask yourself, how can I switch this thought to a more positive thought? In other words, here's an example. Oh my God, what if I fail? Oh, negative thought. What can I change? What if I fail? With another thought. But what if it works? Which one? What if I fail? Or what if it works? Which thought creates a positive emotion? Probably this one. What if it works? Your thought create your emotions, and your emotion inspire action. Example one more time. What if it, let's start with a negative. What if it doesn't work? What if I fail? Equals feeling fear. No, I don't know if I'm gonna do it. Oh my God, overwhelmed. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Negative emotions. Negative emotions inspire action. What is the action you're gonna take based on a place of fear? Oh, let me not do this. Oh, let me procrastinate. Oh, let me do this tomorrow or next week or next month, and that day never come. So do you see the power of your thought that activates an emotion that inspires action? Let's go to the positive part. What if it works? Feeling, what if it works? Thought, feeling, there's possibility here. I can do it. And if it works, I can get this result. Oh my God, I'm super pumped about it. Emotions. Emotions inspire action. What action can I take today to make this a success? I'm going to start reaching out to this person. I'm going to start investing in a coach. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to believe that this is going to work. Boom. Different set of action. What happened in both scenarios? Different thoughts. All it was different thought that activated an emotion that inspired action. Most people have the problem with manifestation and the law of attraction because they say it's too woo-woo, it's too flowy, it's too spiritual. I'm not into the spiritual stuff. This is not about spiritual stuff. This is a reality. This is science. And it happens like that. Thoughts, action, emotion, action. Positive thought, positive emotion, positive action. Negative thought, negative emotion, negative action. Does this make sense? So, when it comes to taking action, the fear will be there. The question becomes, what are the stories that you're telling yourself based on those fears? Fear of, let me get it for you. Oh, I love these comments. You guys are going ham in the comments. Love it, love it. So for example, Deandra, what if fear? The fear is, what if I have the fear of people having negative energy around the thing that I do? That is the fear. The thought could be, the reality is that people will have an opinion about whatever I do. It could be negative and it could be positive. That's the fact. That's a fact. It's not opinion, it's a fact. People will have an opinion about you, whether it is positive or negative. That's a fact. That's the thought. You can also continue with the thought and say, but I'm not doing it for the person that has a negative opinion about me. I'm doing it for the person that wants to connect with me, that wants to work with me, that wants to invest in my business. What emotions that you activate? Relief. Because I don't do this for everyone. I do this for the small group of people that wants to work with me. When you show up on social media, you are going to attract and repel people. Attract the people that you want to work with and repel the people that you don't want to work with. And then go back to the thought. It created the emotion of relief. What are we going to do with the action? What is the action that activates here? I just explained the law of manifestation, the law of attraction to you like a child. That's the reality of it. We don't have to go woo-woo with it. Does this make sense? Let me know if it makes sense. Okay, let me go to the comments because there's a lot of comments coming in. I'm thinking about it and I'm trying to find out the specific why the fear. I need to get back to you. Cool. Rosalva, yes, Stephen, love the mindset and manifesting teachings. Love that you're here. Deandra, Stephen, you explain exactly how I feel. I'm going to take your advice and try it out this week. Turning the negative actions in a positive action, switching my thoughts, emotions, and action. Yeah, and it starts with the thought. So for example, some people go and, like some coaches say, where's my pen? Oh, the law of not the law of manifestation, the law of gravity. It was on the floor. So some people say, go and journal. Go journal every day. That will help you. But imagine you're journaling, I am successful. And inside you're like, but you're not really successful. I am worthy of everything. But are you really worthy? I am attracting abundance. I don't see abundance in my bank account. You don't start with the action. We start with the thought. And the thought, the negative thoughts that shows up, we switch them into positive thoughts. Make sense? So we start with the thought first. Let me know if this makes sense, Deandra. So thought activates emotions. Emotion activates action. Actions give you results. Thoughts, emotions, actions, results. How are you showing up today in your business? Thoughts. What results are you getting? Results. If the results is not the thing that you want, maybe it's time to start looking at the thoughts that you keep on repeating. Okay. Deandra says, yes, it totally makes sense. Magali says, total sense. Cool. Awesome. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay. Do you guys have any more questions? I love hanging out with you guys. I told myself 1 hour. We're almost 2 hours in, and I am having a blast. How was this training for you? Do you have any questions? Drop it right now in the chat box. And number 2, if you don't have any questions, what was your biggest takeaway from this training? Drop it in the chat box right now. I want to know the biggest takeaway that you got out of this training, because we are just building up from here. This is our first training, and we have 14 days to go. Our next training will be next Wednesday. But I want to know right now, what is your biggest takeaway from this boot camp? The first training. First training, what was your biggest takeaway? And if you're just joining us, we have homework with you. I want you to fill out workbook number 1, which you will receive at stevendecubo.com/workbook1. And then you download it, you fill it out, and then you share your passion in the Facebook group and you introduce yourself. Hey, I am Steven De Cuba. I'm a photographer, business strategist. So nice to meet you guys. And I can't wait to learn more in this group. Whatever, that's your post. That's it. You share in the Facebook group, you introduce yourself, you let us know who you are, and then you add training number 2 to your calendar. When is training number 2? That is next Wednesday, in 2 days from now at 4 p.m. Central European Summer Time. And then here is where you're going to learn the 3 biggest mistakes to avoid growing your business on Instagram, on social media, and the number 1 thing that you can do this week to increase engagement on social media. I gave you 3 of them, but I got a couple of more for you that you can apply. I like to underpromise, overdeliver. That's what I do. Lisan said, I am pumped with energy and busy with 2022 and 2023 calendar. I love that for you. Heck yes, Lisan. I can't wait to see what you are building. For the people that are tuning in live with me, thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you this Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central European Summer Time here in this Facebook group. Check your email. I will be sending you emails with reminders, with the workbook, with the replay. Everything will be sent to you via email. So make sure you're watching my emails. And again, drop in the chat box. Let us know what was your biggest takeaway from this training. Make sure you download the workbook, stevendecubo.com/workbook number 1. And I will see you next Wednesday, same time, same place, with the same host. All right. Thank you so much for being here. Cheers with water, of course. And then I will see you on Wednesday. Ciao, ciao, my friend.